Hey, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from the 15th to the 30th of September 2020. So this is the second part of your September reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. If you haven't already seen part one, do check it out. It's uploaded on the channel. If you feel like this doesn't resonate for you, please check out other elements of your chart, and general obviously take that this is a general reading. If it doesn't quite resonate, then as I say, it could be that this is maybe not the reading for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want a personalised reading, information is in the description box below. So let's have a look. What is the theme for Aries? Aries, please, for the 15th to the 30th of September 2020. What is the theme? Spirit, thank you so much. Okay, so this is the Archetypes deck by Kim Kranz. Let's have a look. Oh, interesting. Let's have a look here. Oh, wow. This is an interesting one. So we've got here the mother, okay, and we've got here the eternal child. We've got here the desert, and then the bottom of the deck we've got the bridge. Interestingly, there's a rainbow bridge. This is about bridging a gap with where you need to be going destiny-wise. This is what you're going to be undertaking for this next kind of middle part of and to the end of September. So this is kind of where you need to be nurtured, where your feminine energy has been focused, been concentrated on, the relationship with your mother. Is it in balance? Okay, if it isn't, why isn't it? This is going to be highlighting any areas of your life that need to be focused on, because what they're saying is the feminine energy here needs to be balanced. Now this is very Empress energy, so it's in order to kind of lead into a new beginning. So the way they're kind of giving it to me is if you're, let's say this is a twin flame connection you're in, how can we expect the masculine or the counterpart to come towards you if there's no balance from your side, or there needs to be a recalibration from your side? So again, focusing on the feminine energy. So feminine energy being receptive, surrendering, being in a flow, being in an energy of almost surrender, rather than the masculine, which would be more dynamic, more direct, more kind of assertive type of energy. So we need to bridge the gap here. We need to bridge the gap in order for a balance. Now, as you can see, you've got a rainbow reflection on the water there, so it's leading me to believe here that there may be an emotional purge that you need to maybe look at, maybe a connection with your mother, maybe if you've got children, a connection to your children, but there needs to be a looking at that and your inner child, because there could also be some inner child issues here. So as you can see, it looks very much like the sacral chakra, which is around the hormonal center in the female, needs to be looked at. So that's your joy center, your inner child, your emotional world. That's the kind of primary focus. So we're going to have a look at the major arcana deck here, the Tarot of the Divine Heart, just to kind of have a look to see which major arcana card is going to heavily feature for you guys, that is going to be an indicator of what's going to be coming up. So for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please, Spirit, from the 15th to the 30th of September, what is the theme? What's the theme for our Aries, please? We've had the desert, the mother, the eternal child, and the bridge. What's the theme? What is the theme, please, for Aries? So yeah, the eternal child is that kind of innocence, that joy. We've got the tower here, so there could be a tower moment. Again, we've got the lightning, okay? So again, there could be some revelations here. The lightning's been featuring heavily on this channel. If you haven't already looked at the pick a card reading that we've done about what this means for you, take a look at that. And again, we did a live reading based on the actual lightning. So again, I would have a look into that as well if this resonates. So the tower is something out of the blue happening. Something that is a shock, that maybe is a good surprise, or maybe something that you weren't quite expecting. The bottom of the deck here is justice. So there's a recalibration happening here. This can also imply karma. Okay, this can also imply a karmic rebalancing. All right. Let's have a look at the Caroline Miss archetypes and see what else we can kind of understand what's going to be happening for you guys for the last part of September. So let's see what they're going to show us here. Aries, please. What is the theme for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? We've had Justice, the Tower, the Desert, Mother, the Eternal Child, and the Bridge. What is the theme for Aries from the 15th to the 30th? Okay, this is interesting. So again, we've got Advocate here. So it says inspires you to put compassion into action. So do you need to forgive someone? Is this, again, that's a very feminine card. It's that compassionate energy. Bottom of the deck is Pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So maybe there's something emotionally or creatively, because that can also be governed or sort of brought forward from the sacral chakra. There's a creative force here that you need to look at that maybe hasn't been looked at in your life, that is the focus for this last part. What is the theme for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 15th to 30th, please? And then we've got Poet. So again, it says expressive soul insights and symbolic language. So I feel like there's this need to show and express the inner child here, and to sort of show this creative energy. And again, well, look how all this ties in together. But the bottom of the deck is Mystic, so reveals an intimate union with the divine. So there could be some healing that you're going through at the moment, especially around that kind of, look out for your differences in your hormones. So it could be that your cycle's different, or your hormonal changes are very kind of obvious, possibly. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to use the Island Time Wellness cards here. So, Aries, please, Spirit. What is happening for Aries, 15th to the 30th, please? What is Desert, Mother? So we've got keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So there's obviously a lot of options here that you're possibly looking at. Bottom of the deck is Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind. So there's, again, it looks like possible healing here. What is the Tower and Justice, please, for Aries? We've got passion, insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. So there could be something disrupting the energy here. What is Poet, Pioneer, and Advocate, please, for Aries, 15th to the 30th? What is going to be happening for Aries, please, 15th to the 30th? We've got addiction. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So let's take a look what all that means. The bottom of the deck is abundance. So is something throwing you off course? Are you being tempted or persuaded into one direction, and then you're feeling like maybe you're rejecting or neglecting your needs? Let's have a look at the tarot and find out what they want to tell us here. Let's use the Afterthoughts Tarot, get an idea of what's going on. Okay, so Aries, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, 15th to the 30th. Of September 2020 for Aries. Something, I feel like there's like a focus on neglecting the self here. Again, it's something karmic. Aries, please, 15th to the 30th of September 2020. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is going to be happening, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 15th to 30th of September? What is happening for Aries? Someone's in their head about something. 15th to 30th of September for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's get a few more here. I want to see what's going on. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. 15th to the 30th. September. What is happening for Aries? Wow, you guys got a lot going on here. 15th to the 30th, please, of September. What is happening for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? 15th. I'll go through all the cards once we've got all of them out. 15th to 30th. I keep hearing defeat. Someone feels really defeated. 15th to 30th of... Someone feels really defeated, like against all odds. So I keep hearing against all odds. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords with the Two of Cups. So someone feels like something's useless or hopeless in a possible love connection. Like it's not going to come of it. Nothing's going to happen. We're stuck. It feels like the energy's stuck, or you think the energy's stuck. We've got the Five of Wands here with Strength. So there could be opposing energies, a lot of arguments and or other sort of focuses that maybe is kind of creating more obstacles with you guys. It just feels like everyone's focusing on the wrong things almost, you know. We've got the Ten of Wands and the Three of Wands, so it's almost like this is useless, let's just focus on the future because we can't do anything about anything at the moment. There's just, it looks like there's way too many obstacles. Again, someone could have mother issues. It could be that someone is in this kind of very wounded inner child energy that they are not learning from or not growing from. They maybe feel like there's this very strong lack of emotional comfort or connection in their life, and they're struggling to kind of create the healing that is going to bridge this gap between you and them. So it could be that you're both having this, or one or more of you are in this energy of needing to heal the inner child, needing to heal mother issues, maybe needing to heal the relationship with your children, and then emotionally feeling very empty. So while that's going on, it's very hard to create and bridge a gap, because again, when you're in that energy, how could you possibly, when you're not in alignment, create a balance? There wouldn't be any balance. So as I say, it just feels like the energy's all over the place. Okay, there could be way too many people involved in this situation. We've got Strength and the Five of Wands, where again it looks like is there something possibly karmic that you or this person or both of you are going through. So again, it's helping to bridge this energy whereby at one point or another this will come into alignment. But the Tower is this kind of continuation of this disruptive energy again, but it's leading into building a firm foundation that is going to bridge the gap at some point in time. This is not for nothing, it's to bridge an emotional imbalance. Again, with the Desert, it implies that there's a lack of emotional maturity or healing that's taken place, that needs to take place. There could be very strong chemistry, but if it's not built on firm foundations, what's the point? Because it's just going to create more conflict. Maybe you guys are communicating a lot in the fifth dimension with that poet, and again the pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So it could be that you're being asked to focus on your own passions while this is taking place. Maybe there's a very strong passionate connection between you two, and because this is a very different connection, it's taking a while to come into fruition, because you guys are maybe from very different backgrounds, very different socially or economically or racially or culturally, and that's not meant to be offensive. It could just be that your backgrounds are very different. So to sort of bridge that gap emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, and on all levels, there is this kind of bringing down all this other energy that is no longer susceptible or able to survive in a union with you guys. A lot has to change first, and I feel like we're observing this right now. So it could be that one or both of you are feeling like this is, you know, redundant. Ten of Wands, it's like feeling like there's a burden, like nothing's going right. But little do you know that the Spirit are kind of designing this to get you where your paths will at one point join in the future with this Three of Wands. So it's like the preparation is taking place here. And obviously the balance with this Justice card, you could also be dealing with a Libra here. The balance here of the situation of your lives, your past lives, your wounds, your emotional imbalances, your emotional needs, your your shadow elements that need to be merged as well and alchemized. This is all taking place. So you're probably starting to see what's happening in the fifth dimension, where you're slowly healing things. It's now in the physical, where things are being a bit disrupted. It's like that charge of the negative and positive in the lightning, where the negative being the feminine, I think, and the positive being the masculine. I mean, that's how they refer to it. It's not to say one or both is negative and positive. It's just the symbol of them. So if you're thinking, oh my goodness, why would you refer to yourself as a negative? It's just how the symbol has been applied. So again, with the lightning charge, it's to alchemize two very different energies into one. It's again union, physical union. You know, we've had a lot of people, a lot of twin flames are coming into the more spiritual union, but we haven't seen it in the fifth, you know, the third, you know, this reality we're in. So that's what we're kind of alchemizing at the moment. Now, as you can see with this Eight of Wands, there's a lot of movement here. And with the Archer, we've just had Cupid go direct, okay? But we've got the Four of Swords with that. So it's like there has to be some rest. There has to be a period of inner work with this Virgo season. Obviously, we're about to transition into Libra, which is about the relationship. So it's about the relationship with the self versus the relationship with other people. And so that's also looking at coming into alignment. And again, with the two balanced energies here, it's about bringing into balance all things that aren't already in balance. So if this isn't in balance, you and what Spirit have in mind for your union, and this is what's going to be worked through. And again, when that's ready, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. That's when the Wheel of Destiny will turn and an offer made. Okay, now for some of you this could be between now and the end of the month, because it again, I've asked what's going to happen between the 15th and 30th of September. So for some of you, this could happen between now and then. For some of you, it's going to take longer. And for some of you, this reading won't apply to you. Again, take it as it resonates. If you know this reading applies to you and there's certain symbolic references, then you know it's for you. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor here, which is divine masculine. So not only are you and your feminine energy coming into balance, they're coming into their masculine balance. The union in the physical is coming into the balance. The union in the ethers are coming into the balance. Everything is becoming aligned within Libra season. Okay, again, sword of truth, sword of clarity, sword of success. With the weighing scales, it's again the karmic scales of balance here, to bridge all this energy with this rainbow colors. Again, we discuss about the rainbows many times. Rainbow with the 7 chakras coming to alignment, the rainbow center at the base of the skull, which again brings about manifestation, and or also is that kind of balance within your throat chakra, which is your divine purpose, what, you know, your divine mission almost. And again, for those who would resonate with this, is also very much about reference to the tree of life, with birthing of something that, again, possible down the line pregnancy. Okay, because again, it's preparing you and your feminine energy, or again, if you're masculine, preparing your masculine for healing that eternal child, inner child, in order to birth that new energy with that sun in the background with the rainbow colors as well. It's that pearl, it's that seed, it's that, I don't know why I want to say this, but the ever essence for life, if that's the right word, the eternal child and the mother. It's like the tree of life. It's the seed of life, the flower of life. It's the center point of all things. So it's a very deeply inbuilt kind of energy that's being merged here. But it's like union of all energies that need to come into kind of fruition, essentially, if that makes any sense. So let's have a look at the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Let's see what other information we can get here for you guys. Bink, bink. Where am I going to put this? Put that there. Where am I going to put this one? Bear with me, guys. Right, so let's have a look. Oracle of the Radiant Sun, Aries, from the 15th to the 30th. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Again, orange, the sacral chakra, joy, your emotions, your hormones, your ovaries. Keep an eye on shifts and changes, specifically with the endocrine system. Look into that. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, please. We've got the 8 of Swords with the 2 of Cups. 15th to the 30th, please, of September 2020, Aries. I don't know why, but I'm seeing Bob Marley. Maybe some of you are very big Bob Marley fans. Something about, I think it's, this is my wishes for you. Because then I'm hearing don't worry about things. So it could be part of a lyric here. We've got domination. The 8 of Swords with the 2 of Cups. We've got domination. Someone's in their head about what this union could bring. This could be past life where maybe one or both was out of control with the situation. Maybe they felt that they're losing their independence. Maybe they feel like by entering into this situation they're going to lose control of their emotions. So it could be that they're a little bit in their ego, possibly about domination, like, you know, am I going to lose control? I need to get in there first. It's like power struggles a little bit, possibly. I don't want to be vulnerable. It's a fear here, a little bit of fear. Overthinking though. But bottom of the deck is Bear, so I feel like they're coming out of that energy. 5 of Wands with strength for the 15th to the 30th. I keep seeing someone with a candle doing that, and then they're lighting the candle back out. So I feel like this is like a never-ending, endless love kind of energy. We've got 5 of Wands and strength. So this could be someone that maybe is in a third party that is looking at, you know, trying to control themselves because they're not in a position to come towards you yet, possibly. Or they're not viewing this connection yet as something that they can invest in because there's other things that they're trying to invest in or they want to get done. And again, we've got assertion here. So it could be that they're trying to focus on other things. And it's really frustrating them that they can't come forward, but there's something about this domination. It could be that they feel like as soon as they come forward it's going to be like, you know, again, this kind of crazy energy that because there's a very strong passionate energy here that's coming forward, and so they feel like they're fearing that they might lose control or it might be very overwhelming, very kind of intense energy. And we've got, again, power. Could be lots of power struggles, control struggles, and again, you might sit there and go, well, this is definitely not for me. That's fine. Check other aspects of your chart, and obviously when they're uploaded, you know, have a look at these. But it's something about, again, don't forget, this is all coming into balance. So if there's been arguments, power struggles, you know, who's the boss? Who's the one that's going to lead this connection? Who, you know, is there a compromise? Is there a lack of compromise? All of these things are kind of reflecting previous life issues that you guys have had. So it could have been that this has been an ongoing power struggle between you guys forever because of a past life. And so it's kind of, there's a lot of purging going on, but these energies are still coming up to the surface. So again, it could be that until that kind of energy balances out, they're still maybe keeping away from the situation because they know that they're not in alignment, they're not in balance. And by not being in balance, it could cause disruption to you. So maybe they're worried about that. There's definitely a need for this emotional balancing though with this, again, inner child energy. It's like a bit of attachment, because don't forget we had codependent, obsession, possession. So there's still some of that energy that we need to kind of look at, because it's coming from lack, and it's coming from this need to kind of have something that they're lacking within themselves. There's definitely a block here. There's some frustration around, there's a fear of failure, and it's like they're frustrated that if they don't get to a certain point or they don't do a certain thing, how that will show. And so there's this frustration energy. It doesn't help with Mars going into retrograde. I think, again, this, just be aware of this energy really coming up around this Mars in retrograde from the 10th, because this is what is screaming at me. That this energy will become, and don't forget we've got a lot of changes around Saturn and Jupiter that are also going direct, coming obviously sort of 12th, 13th of September into the 29th of September. There's a lot of shifts here, so that's going to bring up a lot of energy, specifically around what, you know, knowing where you stand and wanting to know where you stand, and wanting to, again, this kind of possessive energy, very kind of possessive energy, very Leo energy, very scorpionic, you know. So just be aware of that, and if it comes up, then just make sure that you're putting your boundaries down. So we've got 8 of Wands with the 4 of Swords, so there's a strong impulse here that's going to be driving this. Again, this is Aries energy. I feel like at some point that may actually happen, where someone's going to really charge your head, and they've mistimed this a little bit, and so one or both parties may not be ready. So keep an eye out for someone just randomly turning up where you are. I'm also getting headaches, so could be you, could be someone else, but I'm also getting headache on the left side here, so just be aware. If that's you, I'm seeing water. Definitely salt bath, drinking a lot of water. If you're by the sea, stand by the sea, it's going to really help you. We've also got, for the Wheel of Fortune and Page of Pentacles, versatility, which is Gemini energy, which is that dualistic. So they're just saying being open, make sure you're open. So for example, if you feel like this energy resonates, look at the need for you and your independence, because there's a lack of independence here with them, because they feel they need you, they have to have you. And then there's a lack of possible independence with you, where, and vice versa, take the roles and apply them where appropriate. And with you, there could be this, there's something about children here and yearning. So maybe you can't have children, maybe you feel like it could be that there's this, I feel angry. This is not my energy either. It could be that they're angry that they, you know, maybe wanted children, maybe they had a hard childhood, maybe you're angry, maybe there's this kind of residual energy of frustration, but it feels like this life, but it's also past life, where I want to have you, I have to have you. It's very demanding, very possessive energy, where it's very strong. It's very, very strong. And again, it's like I have to be near you. It's that nurturing energy. But this comes from someone's lack of connection around a mother. And so they view your energy possibly as that nurturing energy that they need, which again is very codependent. So again, if you feel like this resonates, make sure you're topping yourself up emotionally, because it will help them. I'm also getting very strong throat chakra block as well. So this this person, bear with me, I need to have a drink here, because this is strong energy. This person is looking for fulfillment, bottom of the deck, fulfillment, which is Sagittarius energy. But they haven't learned how to do that alone yet, and so there's a very strong attachment here that you'll be able to do that. Again, if you are topping yourself up emotionally and making sure you're focusing on your own self-care, that may ease it. If you start neglecting that and focusing on the other person, then it will really bring out these issues a lot more, because as soon as you focus on them, they'll feel that, and it's like this kind of raging passion here. Yeah, there's blocks here, but there's a very strong controlling energy, very, very strong. Just be aware of that, because I feel like it could get a little bit overwhelming for you, for them. So let's have a look. Lenormand here. So Spirit, what is going to be happening, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? 15th to the 30th of September, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What did I say? This is the inner child. The inner child needs to be looked at. Their inner child needs to be looked at. By you working on your inner child, it's going to help their inner child. Neglect. This is strong neglect energy I'm feeling. So again, it's like this is a cry out for help, and so they could feel a little bit sporadic with their energy, like they have to. So again, that creative energy around the sacral chakra is very much about the inner child. So eating anything orange, topping up your chakras would really help. working with your inner child, talking to your inner child, Googling how to soothe your inner child, learning your self-care, learning how to create abundance and fulfillment, because I feel like there's an energy of lack here. And by that I mean someone in this connection, you or them, feels a strong lack, and so your connection is imbalanced because they're not at balance, because they haven't mastered that lack that probably is from childhood. And or both of you maybe are in that energy, but that's the focus, is balancing that inner child out. Bottom of the deck is the maze, so there's a lot of confusion and frustration again. So let's have a look. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And of course Aries is the Fool, which is about the child. Aries is the first of the zodiac. It's about the child. It's the earliest in the earliest kind of sign. So it is very much about the first, which is usually the first stage, which is a younger energy. So the self, you know, mastering the self. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing from 0 to 3. So all the things that would have soothed you from that age, we're dealing with at the moment. Okay, so if you feel like you're getting imbalanced, look into that energy, look at what happened between the ages of 0 and 3 and try and correct it, balance it out. Okay, so what's going on here? So again, we've got the Swan. So this is trying to bring, again, bridging the gap. This is bridging the gap. This is helping to bridge the gap. And again, we've got the Key. Now, if you remember the first part of Libra reading, we talked about the Key, unlocking the cage to release and free something. And we've also got Libra here, so you could be dealing with a Libra. We've also here got keys on a ring, so we've got strong references here. So this could be a sign for some of you. Keys on a ring. Okay, so options, creating other options, creating abundance. So let's have a look. Bottom of the deck is the Bird. So we've got strong communication here. The communication, I feel, is coming. We've got the 8 of Wands as well. So if you're waiting for that, you could be seeing it. I'm seeing the 26th. Something happening on the 26th. Mark that date down. And I'm seeing something on the 29th. So definitely the last few days of the month could be significant. Can you see here as well? We've got Pioneer with the heart in the middle, and then we've also got the heart here as well, which is standing for passion. So there's a very strong passionate energy here that's being cultivated, but by balancing this out, it's going to be even stronger. Okay, so definitely you guys are getting ready for some kind of union. For some of you, definitely offers coming. So I feel like conversation and an offer, but let's have a look. Let's see what else, and then we'll look at the outcomes. Yeah, so again, for some of you that would resonate with the children thing, we've got Storks. So if it's not inner child, and if it's not, I mean, it could be both inner child and a literal pregnancy, but if it's not a literal pregnancy, it's meaning starting something new and or creating inner child healing. And then we've got the Whip, which is removing any obstacles, removing things that don't matter, removing things, blocks, you know, that kind of thing. And then the bottom of the deck is the Bridge. So again, we've got 2 bridges here. We've got 2 themes of the Bridge, where you're both creating that fusion where the lives, 2 lives suddenly interact, whereby in the physical they're finally at a point of, you know, a meeting place where it's ready. This is now ready. But there's going to be a lot of passionate energy though. This is very full of passionate energy. So again, if you're not used to that, or you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is a bit overwhelming for me, this is about to fire up. I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's have a look at outcomes here. Let's have a look at the outcomes. So we'll go with the angels' answers first of all. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 15th to the 30th. What is the outcome for Aries, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the outcome for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, 15th? Okay, we've got Ask Your Angels. I just keep hearing accept the truth. Someone keeps, I don't know if someone keeps asking someone, but it says let go. So it could be that you're fearful that this isn't coming to fruition, and so Spirit just saying let go of this. If you feel like you're ready and you don't need to do any of this work, then just let go and just see, because this feels very ready, you know. So release the need, because again, don't forget that feminine energy at the beginning is about surrender. All right, so they're saying just surrender this now. If you feel like you need to do the healing, then do it, but just make sure you're surrendering as well. And then we've got helpful people. So it may be that you've interacted with a healer, a psychic, you've got best friends that you go to that are giving you good advice, possibly. Could be that you're, you know, this reading's really helped you, but there's definitely romance here. This is a very strong romance energy. Very, very, very passionate. I think definitely some of you are going to be having happy endings. If you know what I'm trying to say. And if you don't know what I'm trying to say, then this is, you know, we've got to be careful of little ears watching these videos. So I don't want to spell that out. Okay, Aries, 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 Aries. What is the outcome for Aries, 15th to 30th of September 2020? Aries outcome. What is the outcome, please? Aries, Aries. We've got stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Again, keep going, guys. Bottom of the deck is trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And then we've got new love. Awesome. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this is very close for some of you. Not all of you. I can't guarantee all of you for that. But definitely close for some of you guys, this energy. Let's see the Keepers of the Light deck. Let's see the insights for you guys. Let's see. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. 15th to the 30th of September. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? What is the outcome for Aries? Thank you. Wow. Guys, this is insane. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven you are safe. Angel stand close. Surrender your concerns. Allow a miracle to occur. What did I say about surrender? What did I... This is the second surrender now. We've had keys twice. We've had hearts twice. The bridge twice. Archangel Michael is also who they call on to protect twin flame unions. So I've heard. I can't prove it, of course, but I've heard it. Bottom of the deck is Mavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. The connections, the bridge, building that bridge. So this is very strong, guys. Let's have a look at the divine doors for... Let's have a look at Aries, please. Outcome for Aries. What is the outcome for Aries? What is the outcome? Wow, guys. Beautiful energy. Change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. So it's about bringing this into alignment, isn't it? It's bridging the gap. And then we've got hummingbird song. Nectar of sweetness and joy it brings. The hummingbird's healing as medicine it sings. Wow. So it's clearing up anything that could block this, basically. And then let's pull one more. Where am I going to go for this last card? I feel like the Angels of Atlantis are calling me a little bit here. So let me just go with this deck. Okay, so let's see what they have to say for the outcome for Aries. The outcome, please. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. For Aries, 15th to 30th of September. What is the outcome for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh! Guys, you know when I said happy ending? Happy endings, you know, happy endings? I can't say what I want to say because this YouTube gets funny with me when I swear and do other things. The outcome is ecstasy. So I think that with the passion and with all the strengths and this affair energy and the impulsiveness, with all this other lightning bolts and all these other things, because this can also mean ecstasy, you know what I'm trying to say, just be aware that if obviously that you... Put it this way, if you're in a position where you could conceive, just be very careful because this energy is screaming right now, okay? Because there's a lot of hot energy, all right, guys? So just be aware. And if that's not for you, that's not for you. Obviously, don't be upset if you know, you're not in that position where that would be a possibility. I'm just giving you what they're telling me. But there's some hot action going on right here. So Guys, if this is you, congratulations. I don't know what else to say. But, okay, let's get final card now. Outcome for Aries, 15th to the 30th. What is the outcome for Aries, please? The outcome for Aries. I don't think ecstasy can be topped, but let's have a look. What is the outcome for Aries? Wow. And this is the thing, look, spirit of the spring. So again, new beginnings, the birthing, the new, the brand new, freedom, action, power. We've had power twice. So the spring is about blossoming of new energies, isn't it? It's about removal of all the things that don't serve, all the old wounds, to build into this new blossoming energy. Can you see she's holding the nest with the birds in it? Spirit of spring. This is kind of massive, guys. So if this was for you, if you felt like this resonates with you, congratulations. I feel like I want to pull one more card, if I'm totally honest with you. So I'm going to do that. Aries, please, 15th to the 30th. What is the outcome for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Final card, final message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I keep wanting to smile. 15th to the 30th. What is the final message? What is the final card for Aries? Final card for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the outcome? Outcome. Aries outcome. Could be, again, a little bit of jealous energy here. Okay, so we've got caring connections. We've got caring connections. And then bottom of the deck, we've got victory. Okay, so for a lot of you, there's definitely victorious outcomes. Final card. Final card for Aries. So again, I think someone's freeing themselves from this mental restriction, all tied up. We had 8 of Swords and now all tied up. Final outcome. Final outcome. Aries, 15th to the 30th. Maybe you were overthinking this. Maybe they were overthinking this. Final card. And then we've got appreciation here. So there's definite, again, woman holding a rose. So that kind of joyful energy, that passion, that strong attraction. Okay, guys, this was your reading, Aries. Hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you so much for all your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time, 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, if you want a personalised reading, information is in the description box below. Catch me on Twitch Saturday nights for Psychic Saturdays. That's going to be 11 PM British Standard Time, 6 PM Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be in for a chance of winning the Tarot Nefertiti deck and a 30-minute free reading, you must be subscribed and you must like at least one video that isn't alive in order to be in it to win it. That and a 30-minute free reading is up for grabs. Make sure that obviously when you do like and comment, you're subscribed as well. You could be in for a chance of winning when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Someone will be picked at random to win that. So guys, take care. Have a wonderful last part of this month. I wish you guys all the very best. Until next time, take care.